Billy? What are you doing out here?
I haven't had much luck at the racetrack lately. Not the good kind, that's for sure. So I came here to train.
Train? Here?
You don't know where you are? This is the home of the Chocobo Sage, a living legend. Surely you've heard of the man.
Did someone say living legend?
You okay, sir?
I am now. Thought I was a goner.
Huh?
Mind telling me who you are? They don't get many visitors out here in the boonies.
This is Cloud. He's a jockey for Gramps' ranch.
Oh, he is, huh? Perfect. Billy here needs some help. You can pick up the poor boy's slack.
There's this big race at the Saucer, the Gold Cup, and it's coming up soon. We gotta get in on that, so I came here to bone up. I'm learning all sorts of stuff. See?
Hey, tell me you're not buying this choco dung. Picking garbage out of a pool isn't training, it's manual labor. You see it too, right? What?
If anyone was gonna get it, figures it'd be you. This man right here wrote the book on chocobo rearing. In fact, pretty much all the major breeds maintained these days are products of his techniques.
If you can flap your gums, you can move your gams. Now get on back to your training.
Sorry!
As for you, I know just the thing. One of my chocobos ran off when we put her out to pasture. Need you to find her. Bring her back.
You're asking me?
Her name is Selena. Ain't your normal chocobo neither. Loves the ocean more than home. The way she makes rolling waves look like solid ground. No wonder she thinks she's the bee's knees.
Please, Cloud, would you mind? Just think of it as a favor for me. You've got a gift for wrangling the wild ones.
A bird that runs on water? I already found him.
There you are, Selena. Well, I underestimated ya. Takes real skill to tame this girl. Skills like those of... Hold on. I know this. I do. Why can't I remember? Oh, damn it! This is gonna bother me all day. Oh. Aha! There we go. It was Sam and Will.
What?
They were far and away my best disciples. As I was saying, you, Cloud, you may well become as talented a trainer as them one day.
Did I hear you right? Sam? You gotta tell me everything you know about him.
You're gonna give me whiplash, son.
The Sam guy you taught. You mean Chocobo Sam out of Midgar?
I do, but why do you want to know?
Because me and him, we got history. You see, I'm Will's son.
Well, don't that beat all? I'll never forget those two. They had such a powerful passion, and an eagerness to learn, too. Everything they did was for the birds.
That's not the Sam I know. Sam's a demon. He led my parents to an early grave. Got them hooked on gambling. Pushed them to rack up tons of debt. And then...
That don't sound like him to me. You sure you ain't got your Sams mixed up? It's a common name, you know.
Only one Sam in this business. I swore that I'd humiliate him by winning the Gold Cup. Destroy his reputation. Then I'd at least have some kind of revenge for what that bastard did to my parents.
Now that that's out of your system, back to it.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Thought you came out here to learn about chocobos, not to get revenge. Cloud, for your next task, I'll need you to take Selena and gather choco grass, which so happens to grow above bodies of water.
You kidding me? This fossil's trying to get us to do his dirty work again?
Choco grass is a genuine panacea. I kid you not. It'll cure whatever ails you, and then some. And once I am cured, maybe I'll be inclined to share more stories about the good old days.
He's obviously full of it.
If not for him, then please do it for me. I need to know what happened to my dad.
Okay.
When I said it grows above water, I meant above. It's called the floating flower, because it grows in the air. But with an ocean chocobo, you can harvest the stuff with ease. 30 tufts ought to do. Best hop to it, Cloud. You don't want my death on your hands, do you? Oh, you get your hands on that choco grass? Some folks also call it the floating flower. They don't mean it metaphorically. It really floats above water. Makes it hard to get to. With Selena, though, you'll glide over that water with the greatest of ease. Well, if it ain't my beloved choco grass. This stuff can be one hell of a hassle to gather. Thank goodness I had you to get it for me.
Okay, so what are you gonna do with it?
I suppose you've earned the right to know. First, I take this fluff, mix it with some chocobo feathers, and let it ferment. Once it's dry, I boil it all down. Then I squeeze it all out and voila, my patented choco tincture.
That's some kind of magic medicine?
Oh no, just a little fun.
This wrinkly, cheeky old...
Speaking of grass, if you've got some extra tufts on hand, would you mind sharing them with my assistant at the shop? I promise I'll make it worth your while.
Please, tell me about my father.
Hold your chocobos, son. There's still one thing you need to do for me first.
What a surprise. This geezer isn't gonna tell you jack. Face it, kid.
You got a lot of nerve. Casting aspersions after all the wisdom I've shared.
All the what now?
So you haven't realized you've been training this whole time? Tracking down Selena forced you to get in touch with a chocobo's feelings. And all that running across the water you did helped hone your sense of balance and your bird handling. Key skills for any aspiring jockey. What do you say, Cloud? Bet you feel like a real choco pro by now.
Can't say I do.
Sounds to me like you need more training. Reckon we ought to add one more item to your regimen. Think of it as a final trial of sorts.
Oh, give me a break. Don't go changing the subject here, Gramps. We're not doing your stupid trial.
No, it's fine. I'll do it.
Then it's settled. I'll be your opponent. And dear Selena will be your steed.
If Cloud wins, does that mean you'll finally tell me about my dad?
You've got a deal. But know that I won't be pulling any punches out there. When you're ready, give me a holler and we can hit the track.
You got any choco grass for me? Thanks. If you find any more, I'll be here. Now how about plumes? Good luck out there.
You prepared to undertake the final trial? Looks like all that training I made you do paid off. Thanks to my regimen, I'd say you're head and shoulders above your average amateur. Wouldn't you agree?
As much as I'd love to tell you you're wrong because I think you're the worst, you do have a point.
Even the worst can teach you a thing or two, if you let them.
A promise is a promise, sir. Please tell me more about my dad and Uncle Sam.
All right, then. What do you want to know? Let's see. They couldn't have been much older than you are now. The two of them came and asked me to take them under my wing. Turned them down, seeing as I'd already retired, but they hung around the grounds anyway. Since they had nothing better to do, I put them to work, and that's how it all began. Well, wasn't nothing out of the ordinary, I'd say. Ran some errands, did some repairs, helped around the house. You know, your standard training regimen. And in their downtime, they took it upon themselves to dig through my library, learning about chocobos and how to handle them. Came to differing conclusions. They used to argue something fierce. I can't say the two of them got on terribly well.
I figured.
Will and Sam had mighty strong opinions about how to best raise chocobos, and it drove them to fight, with their words and with their fists. That said, only reason those two fought as hard as they did is because they both cared deeply about the cause. As far as passion is concerned, the two of them were birds of a feather. How you feel now? Managed to sort out the mess inside?
What do you mean?
When we first met, I saw the way your eyes were brimming with anger. I knew right then and there that what you needed wasn't teaching or training. What you needed was time. Time to look deep inside yourself and clear out all the wickedness and spite that have been haunting your heart.
Which is why you had him clean out the pool?
Exactly. I don't know what happened to your father after he left this place. And I can understand why you'd want to beat old Sam in a race. Few things feel better than sticking it to someone who did you wrong. But that being said, you should never use your birds as tools for revenge. Ask yourself, why did I decide to start raising chocobos?
I guess it's 'cause I saw how happy those birds made my mom and dad. How they'd smile. The chocobos brought us a lot of fun, and brought us together as a family. I guess that's why.
Good enough. The why is important, so don't forget yours. I reckon Sam's got his eyes on the gold cup. Keep yours unclouded by hatred, and you'll do fine.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for everything. I'm gonna head back to the saucer. Make sure our birds are ready for the big race. Don't worry about putting your name in. I'll take care of it. All you need to do is show up and win. Thanks for everything. I'm gonna head back to the saucer. Make sure our birds are ready for the big race. Don't worry about putting your name in. I'll take care of it. All you need to do is show up and win.
No losing to anyone else, you hear? Can't have you dragging my good name through the mud.
You got any choco grass for me? Now how about plumes? I know the sage is a bit of a handful, but stick with it, okay? It'll all pay off in the end. I promise. You got any choco grass for me? Thanks so much. I think that about does it. Pretty sure you've picked all there is to find around here. You're a true ocean chocobo tamer. Now how about plumes? Don't worry, I'll put the choco grass you gave me to good use.
Oh, Cloud. Have you come to brush up on your bird handling? As soon as I heard the legendary Chocobo sage was here, I knew I had to come. I was surprised to see a recluse residing in such luxury. Even hermits enjoy a dip in the pool. I hope you won't mind my mentioning, but I've observed that world intel collection is stalled of late. I'm certain, however, a veteran mercenary like you would never abandon a task. I know you must be busy, but I'd appreciate your help. Your efforts have yielded an astounding amount of data, Cloud. Perhaps you would like to use it to develop materia?
Moogle Emporium I see, Kupo? Would you mind rounding up all the Mooglets for me?
There's no need to rush.
In response to last night's illegal broadcast... Breaking news at this hour. In response to last night's illegal broadcast by the SRC, President...
So that... Hey there! Thank you for tracking down that spot. Quite the view you captured. Great work getting that shot. You really are one shrewd shutterbug. To quote the association, your talents are inimitable. You've got quite the portfolio now. Can't wait to see how it grows.
I feel so bad for these people.
Wow, you're doing great.
Breaking news. In response to last night's illegal broadcast by the SRC, President Rufus Shinra held an emergency press conference.
So those creepy outfits.
Breaking news at this hour. In response to last night's illegal broadcast by the SRC.
Hey, Pizza. Did you hear anything about what went down at the Nebo reactor?
Not much, I'm afraid. Just that an unknown force had breached the perimeter. Shinra troops were dispatched in response, and a battle ensued.
Now I get it. That was their plan all along.
Eh? Come again?
They wanted to be found. They lost on purpose. That's the only explanation. How else would ninjas lose to grunts?
They just threw their lives away? Who would do something like that? I mean, would you?
Sure I would. In a heartbeat.
So, we Italians really aren't afraid to die.
Of course we are. It's scary. And it sucks, but I'd still do it. That's how much I hate Shinra.
Hey, Yuffie, you said you thought your people had lost the battle on purpose, but you didn't mention why.
To make a point. What better way to prove how evil Shinra is than with a pile of dead bodies? My people sacrifice themselves for the greater good, to stoke the flames of rebellion. Yeah, that's it. It must be.
Aye. I'm starting to think you might be right. Out of curiosity, you know Viceroy Saru?
Duh. I mean, I don't know him. Like, I've never met him or seen his face, but no one has, which makes sense. He's Shinra's most wanted, so he's gotta lie low. Real low. Oh, but that secret, top secret, in my big mouth.
Hey!
Stood up?
Nope. Waiting on you folks. Something I wanted to ask. About your mother. Her name's Ifalna, right?
Maybe. So what?
That sounds like a yes to me. I called it the second I saw you. Boy, am I ever glad I sent up smoke. Tell me, how's she doing? Good?
No. She's dead.
You know, the whole reason I joined Shinra was to become a pilot. But I wound up as a gopher for some lazy grease monkeys. Had me running around HQ fixing lights and whatnot. One time, though, I came across a pretty young thing with a little girl in her arms. That was you, wasn't it?
Probably.
You were knee-high to a tonberry. And I was what? Oh, it's a smogger, I'd wager. But damn. No longer with us. That's a crying shame. Truly. Hey, Missy.
It's Aerith.
Aerith, is there anything I can do for you? I want to help.
What? Why?
Just trying to do right by you.
Flying us around will be more than plenty. Thanks.
Then again, if you're just dying to help, you could take us to the saucer for free.
Free?
It's fine, we'll pay.
No, it's on me. When you want to head to the saucer, just give me a holler. Hey, Good to go? Let's get a move on then. An 8?
You said that Sephiroth is your foe. I have a history with him. Unfinished business.
He bothering you? Want me to give him the boot?
Try to screw us over, and you're a dead man.
Please, take a seat.
Do you think you can manage 8?
Ain't gonna lie. That's a tall order for most pilots. Lucky for you, I ain't most pilots.
Hey, Sid. I was wondering, could you tell me a little more about my mom?
Sure. I was greener than Mako when I met her falling. She took my heart for a spin.
Not you, Sid.
Aerith,
Yeah?
what happened to your mother? She get sick?
Doctors always said she had a weak constitution, and trying to escape didn't help. I think she just pushed herself too hard, all so that I could be free.
I'm sorry. At least she went out on her own terms.
Did she?
Even if she didn't, you should honor her memory by enjoying the life she gave you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Hey, don't know if y'all heard. Wutai's finally made a move against Shinra. Might be war. And as Midgar's been bombed to hell and back, Shinra's gotta be on the ropes.
War isn't worth celebrating. Ever.
Exactly. This will affect everyone. For the worse.
It's like when Sephiroth shows up. Nobody wins.
On a related note, if war is officially declared, it will not be long before borders start closing. So, if you've got somewhere to be, you might want to get a wee shuffle on.
What the?
Sid? Hey, Sid?
I heard you the first time. Just sit tight. Everything's under control.
Sid?
I said just sit tight. This beauty's maintained by an expert and piloted by a professional. Y'all are in good hands.
You sure? Because I think that was the engine.
Get off my ass and sit tight like I told you to.
What was it? Altitude!
Oh man, we're screwed!
We ain't screwed, people.
Hey!
All right, brace for emergency landing. This Any landing you can swim away from.
You almost killed us!
Okay, let's start her up. Sounds good.
Yeah, but the wings are still broken.
And what of it? Only one man has mastered the land, air, and sea. You're looking at it. You got that?
Okay, so?
So you can think of me as the captain of your ship. Strap on in and we'll punch through the chop.
Aye, aye.
Let's set sail. Straight through the ravine and on to Costa del Sol. And after that,
We hit it!
Sounds like a plan. We'll be there before you know it.
Let's set a course for Costa del Sol, sir.
Roger that. Full speed ahead.
Kate, mind filling us in on the Keystone before we arrive?
Gladly. About 20 years back, one of our more eccentric colleagues convinced the company to build a museum for his antiques. The reliquary, they called it. Pretty cool, eh? Now, according to company records, the Keystone was housed there.
Wait a second. I thought you said it was at the Gold Saucer.
Aye, I'm getting to that. Don't fret. Where was I? Oh, right. So, the museum turned out to be a total flop. Closed as soon as it opened. But, somewhere between cutting the ribbon and boarding up the windows, this one vanished into thin air.
So it's not at the saucer?
Do you know where it went?
No, but I know a man who might. The former curator.
Deal.
How do you know that name?
Let's just say I've been around a while.
After the museum debacle, all Dio was demoted, only to be promoted again when the saucer took off. Made director in no time. A real richest to rags to riches story. All of which is why we're bound for the saucer.
Hey, Sid, did I hear right? You used to work with Shinra?
Still do, on occasion. Them boys got their uses.
That's gonna be a problem. You see, we don't take kindly to friends of the company.
And I don't take kindly to that tone of yours. Man who tries to lord his power over me is gonna wish he didn't. That's what's appealing about disguise. Having all to myself. Rats can have their race in the gutter. Never much cared for the squeaking anyways. I miss the wild blue yonder dearly.
I hope Johnny's all healed up by now.
And the kids' hotel's found its, sea legs.
Fat chance. Kid probably got grifted again and is crying himself to sleep every night.
Thank you for choosing Bronco Cruises. We sincerely hope you enjoyed your trip with us.
Cruises? I thought it was Bronco Airlines.
Not after his wings got clipped.
Seriously, we really appreciate you ferrying us around.
You're most welcome. Hey, y'all are headed to the saucer, ain't you? I might could tag along, take in the splendor. What do you think?
Of course.
Girl always knows just what to say. Am I right? Shall we?
Wait a sec. Where's Vincent?
Up there.
Another loner. As if one wasn't enough of a pain in my ass.
Yeah, one's more than enough. You mean me?